Like James Hurd or Nathan Buckley. You can work that out.
I'd be Hurd.
Well, and the other thing, Dennis said he's not old enough to drive. Well, he turns 18 next Saturday, the kid, so he is a very, very young conveyance. He's had a good night, though, Zeeble, hasn't he?
Yep.
He and Robinson have been probably the two stand out as the new
They've been
ones.
good. Yaron disappeared early with that ankle injury, but certainly Robinson and Zeeble have been two draftees that have done really well for the first time in these Guernseys.
In a limited way, I think Liam Anthony's been very encouraging as well. He's one kick and 8 handballs, but his work rate's been very good for the limited time he's had on the field.
Judd will get a free kick, so he's gone forward when he hasn't been on the ball, and he's spent a long time in the forward line in this term. Certainly a summer of change too. New hair, new car, new booty as he goes across the ground inside the forward 50. Going after it is Greg, Harding, Gibson, close quarters to Power. They'll work it out. Harvey to Harding. And this is why they're racking up those hand passing stats. Lower gave it across to Thomas. Thomas around the boundary line. That's ill-directed. Anderson at his leisure goes back and tidies up, and they can switch it again. Gibbs is on across on the outer side. Timing his run nicely as Joseph. He looms alongside, used as a decoy. Short one comes inside the 50. Russell. They're running North ragged at the moment. Russell, beautiful kick, penetrating. The bowler almost goes after it. Thought about the soccer.
Through the legs.
That's amazing. Eventually, though, weight of numbers tells the story. Urquhart goes to the outer side. This is Anthony.
So let's go down with Tim with Chris Judd.
Well, Juddy, you'd be impressed with the way the boys have kept the pressure up in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. We had a bit of a focus not to drop off and get comfortable. I think, boys, particularly with the tackling and pressure's been really positive.
And you spent a lot of time in the forward line tonight. Is that something we're going to see more of this year?
Yeah, it might be. I mean, it's a good chance this time of year just to try a few different things. So, yeah, enjoying it down there. It's good when the ball's down there.
Cheers.
So from one captain to another, eh? Harvey kicks the goal. So Harvey with a belated goal. So here was the build-up.
Especially as the game's got in this last quarter, most of the time there's smaller forwards are pushing upfield. The defenders are staying back a little bit. So this one fell for Harvey, as we can see there. But the extra numbers are now pretty much defensively in the back 50s.
And the tall timber of North is gone. I mean, Goldstein's not there, Hale's not there, but it's been Zeeble who kicked the last goal, or kicked the second last goal, and on that occasion created the contest that gave Harvey that crumb over the back for a goal. So just another encouraging sign from a young first-round draftee.
If you're tall and slow, you've got to be very good.
Yeah.
Average is never going to be enough.
Nope. Murphy gave it to Simpson. Shows a lot of it to Thompson, who came through on the burst, took the mark. Power. Rawlings inside the forward 50. Big hang attempted down there. Nothing doing for Campbell. Well done. Zeeble came out of the pack, kicks another one. Well, out of the gloom comes Jack Zeeble.
Sometimes you look at a contest and just one player of the half a dozen players in the vicinity looks like he wants the footy, and the other guys are just spectating marginally. And this was just the second turnover in the middle of the ground that sort of created the flow. But once the ball got into the forward 50, it was really just a 50-50 ball in there. And Zeeble just said, I want it, dive on it, pop up. Good goal.
Just the value of youth in a situation like this. I mean, the game's over, but a young player playing his first game of senior footy at AFL level, I mean, it just doesn't matter. He's playing for the love of it, and he looks like he's really enjoying himself and having an impact.
He's 17 for another 8 days. He has made a big impression. So the Kangaroos with some late goals here, but it's been Carlton's night. But it was a great line by Dennis. Out of the gloom comes Jack Zeeble, because he's been the best thing for North Melbourne here tonight. Just wondering, Dennis, he's the highest Z draft pick. Who's the best player ever starting with a Z in league footy, do you reckon?
Jack Zeeble.
Zanotti was all right.
Yeah, Zanotti was good. Ty Zantuck was another one.
Zanotti.
Still going with his nodding.
So Jeffrey Garland, who's already kicked a goal, and a little bit of weight work next year, and the gym will make him an even stronger player, but he's looked likely as well in a little cameo tonight. As I said, his mum and Buddy Franklin's mum and sister said he's certainly not the imposing figure that Buddy is in terms of
different
his
shape,
physique,
yeah,
yep.
different size completely.
But he's making a mark.
50 metres and going straight in a bit.
There's the Judster.
Talking about change for the Judster. New music too. He's gone from the Hilltop Hoods to Josh Pike on the iPod. Now, people who know their music know that is a massive change. I don't know what it's like. It's like being a Demon supporter. Actually, the reverse, going from Hawthorn to the Demons.
Can I ask, are you stalking him or something?
Well, I spoke with him yesterday. I hate to waste it, Bruce. It was a captive audience. We were going nowhere. I'm surprised he's playing so well after I had 2 hours with him. In the back pocket, Simpson across the ground. Play on's the call. Closing down was Thomas, but not in time.
He probably got a good night's sleep after talking to you for 2 hours.
We've seen the
I tell you what, he got a good night. Well, he got a good afternoon sleep while he was with me, I think.
We've seen the kicking backwards or not being allowed to get a mark for kicking backwards now for a year or two in the NAB Cup. I'm not sure whether it does anything for anything. Do you think it actually helps, hinders?
They still do.
Got a view?
No, I don't.
It's a bit of a non-event, I think.
I think it encourages flooding. I think
It does
it actually
encourage
helps.
flooding. Yep.
You just seem, I know that you've got to play on, so we won't go and defend you there. We'll go and put numbers back. I'm glad they haven't brought it in the season proper.
Here's Murphy, got it from Grigg, stops, goes back to Simpson. So much of the football again. Australia's best player in the International Rules Series. Bauer gave it forward. Bentley taken by Armfield, and he goes in
Murphy on the
short
right.
and finds Cloak.
So have a look at this guy in space and set up forward. It was
brave.
Armfield, I think it was. He was a mile on his own. No, Bentley. He was a mile on his own, but Cloak must think he's going to kick the ball about 60 metres. The 9-point goal. He wants the 9-point goal.
He made his mind up, hasn't he?
He's kicked a couple.
Now he's looking for a pass.
He kicked 4 against Julie last year, didn't he? Late in the year.
He did.
She's a good
Nice
kick in terms of distance. And here's Garland, and Garland's done it. Gee, Garland, that's good.
Yeah, he turned the ball on his boot exceptionally well, didn't he? Just got to the front of the pack, as he should be, a player. The small crumbing type forwards. He's certainly got the quickness, no doubt about that. So he's got an asset in his game that he can build his game on as he gets stronger. Probably needs to still be more precise, I guess, with certainly his kicking skills. But he was in the right spot. Poor defence. I mean, really, there shouldn't be an opposition forward standing on his own 5 metres from the pack.
So Cloak putting it in long, and Garland getting the crumb.
Nick Stevens had a bit of a crack at him as he was running off. Before Cloak came back with that, he wasn't happy with holding the ball in that position of the field, but don't like to see that. It probably wasn't. I don't reckon it was part of the game plan to go back from 60 and have a shot.
Yeah.
Wonder what Satanta's thinking. Looking on in the grandstand. I told you I was right. Place got the footy though, so Satanta's looking on in the grandstand. There goes the kick down towards the pocket. Big fellow at the back, Jacobs, nimble. Oh, see, when you're not nimble, you fool him. The hand pass comes out. Anthony's got it on the defensive 50 and drives it up towards the wing. Here's a chance for North End. Petrie, he's off, has the bounce. Short one comes into Wells. He's 60 metres out. Zeeble on the move, their most dangerous forward. Still going, Zeeble. The short one comes in, and the mark is taken by Petrie inside the 50 now. Good to see a youngster get out there, and he's got the confidence to lead. He's running past the other forwards as if they were hitchhikers. So here's Petrie. There he is again. And he's telling Petrie to kick it over his head. Ignore the lead, he's saying.
It sounds silly, but that want of the footy every time it's in your area is a great thing.
He'll be captain next week. Ball comes in, and the strong mark is taken by Thornton.
But I mean, you joke about it, but some players don't act like they just desperately want the football to come to them. And he's done that tonight.
You can certainly say that both Robinson and